I'll probably have like 2, 3 kids already, working in the field, a drug addict, in a gang. The many doors of opportunity that I had that I did not have with it, and I was like, damn, like I gotta take advantage of that. Came here, I didn't know shit, man.
Yeah, not one word.
Not one word, man. I mean, it was a cheap shot. It was an easy field goal, but the pressure got me, man.
Water Buffalo TM is back with another Buff Talk.
3, 2, 1. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Old School Matt here. We're back with another Buff Talk, and today we're joined by one of our boys, Marcos Rodriguez, a new face on the podcast, and we were working out kind of like together, but in the same vicinity in Crunch Fitness the other day, and we're like, bro, let's just fucking head back and hit a podcast. So we're here and we're doing one, and welcome to the show, Marcos.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I mean, like I told you at the gym, I'm a big fan. I really appreciate all the topics that you talk about, not just fitness, but life in regular. And the thing that I like is that, you definitely touch a lot of topics that people in our generation are not comfortable to talk about,
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. And I really admire that because, there's actually people out there. I'm like, damn, like there's people who actually, go through that also,
Yeah, the real shit.
Yeah, the real shit in life. Yeah. So, I'm a big fan, and thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Bro, anytime.
Yeah.
Marcos and I met at Crunch or through like the grapevines of social media and shit.
Yeah.
And it's great because I talked about this with one of my friends, Levi, a long time ago, one of the first episodes. This is going to be like 34, 33 episodes that we've done. And we were talking about how like social media and shit has a lot of negatives, but it also has a lot of positives because like we wouldn't know who we were if, we live like 20 minutes, 15 minutes from each other. But thank God for the power of social media. You make a fucking friend. You make somebody you could talk to and communicate with and sit down and have a conversation with. And so today we wanted to get together, and the main topic for today is to talk about the different struggles that young men go through or young women through their lives, including, business, work, education, and trying to balance all these things. But before we got onto the podcast, we were talking a little bit about your background and everything about your life. And I wanted to ask you, bro, like, because for those of you guys who are watching this podcast, listening in, Marcos is actually a, immigrant. So you're first generation born here, or not born here, first generation to come to the USA, right?
Oh, well, it's all story. So my grandfather came in the 80s first. He worked as a cruiseman. He worked in the cruises and all that. And then he was able to, during the Reagan administration, he was able to get his green card. So, he became a U.S. citizen after that. Then my mother came. Then we came, my brother and I and my sister, we came in 2010. So, I mean, I guess you can say that I was the first one in my family to go to college. So,
but your mom was born here?
No, my mom was born in Honduras also. Yeah.
Okay, so so no one in your family's been born here yet,
except my little sister. She's 5.
Okay, yeah, got you. Yeah, no. So I guess I'm first generation born here. Your kids will be first generation born here.
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah,
which is and your sister obviously, which is great. And it's always cool to talk to other people my age who are also come from immigrant backgrounds, come from immigrant families, especially you being an immigrant yourself. I've never experienced that journey to come over here, and we were talking about it a little bit before. So like, what was that process like at such a young age to come over here?
Well, when I first came here, it was tough, getting used to a new language, okay, new culture, new society. But the thing that impacted my life was to see the opportunities that I had here, fucking opportunities that I did not have back in Honduras, and I would never have. I mean, dude, even till this day, man, like I ask myself, like, dude, what would I be if I was over there? Like, what would I be doing? I'll probably have like 2, 3 kids already, working in the field. Yeah. A drug addict, in a gang, doing bad things. So, coming here definitely, it was eye-opening because I saw the many doors of opportunity that I had that I did not have with it, and I was like, damn, like I gotta take advantage of that. Yeah, I gotta work hard. If I work hard, I put in the work, and I'm dedicated, and just have that tunnel vision. Like I can accomplish anything that I want. So that's definitely something that was eye opening when I came here. Yeah.
What part of Honduras were you born in, or like where did you?
I was born in the north side of the country, so near the Atlantic. So the country is surrounded by the Pacific and the Atlantic, both oceans. So I was born like in the north part of the country. Yeah.
Is that like considering poor and rich areas? I know Honduras is not like very wealthy country. Is it a wealthy country? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Okay, so that's what I was assuming. No. Where the area you were born in, was that like predominantly like lower end, like kind of poor area? Or was that like more like the normal type area?
It was definitely a big city, but you also have to take into account that 70% of the population lives in poverty.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're what kind of government do they have over there? Socialist?
Democratic government.
Yeah.
But it's corrupt.
Yeah.
Full of violence. They don't care about the people.
Definitely.
So
it's like seems like it's a common trend in the Latin America.
Oh, it is, dude. It is
countries.
It's crazy because I was reading this article. They were talking about. I think it was from the New York Times. They were saying how, back in the 80s, the 90s, the number of immigrants that came to the U.S. they were from certain countries, mostly Mexico, Latin, Central America, but now it's just everywhere. I mean, hey, I don't know if you've seen about the Haitian crisis that's going on right now.
It's nuts.
Yeah. People from Venezuela, Colombia. So it's pretty much all. It's just something that Latin America is just going through, as a whole now. Going through all these corruption and violence that are just making people want to come here, and creating this surge of immigrants that try to get into this country. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what do you know? Because I don't personally know. Do you know where all like the Haitians are coming? Like where everyone go? Like how do they all get to Mexico? Do you know?
So what I read was that there were when the earthquake happened in 2011. A big earthquake that happened. So I think they moved to like Colombia and Venezuela and all that. But now since those countries are doing bad, now they're starting to come here now. So that's how it is. And some of them just go, just like the Cubans used to do, from a boat to Mexico and then try to come through the
That's
border.
crazy. Yeah. I mean, just thinking about it, it's such a hard topic it's such a hard problem to solve, right? Because like I obviously come from an immigrant family, you do too. It's like, do we let in people because they're suffering, or do we follow the rules and try to go through like a more rigorous process? Like I think you did, right? You went through like the legal way of getting here.
Yeah. So it was like a 5 to 6 year process. Yeah. But then again, unfortunately, not everyone has that opportunity. That's another thing. My family was lucky enough that my grandfather first came here, and he got the opportunity to do it the right way. My mother did also, and we did also. But there's just some people who just don't have no one. They don't have no one here. They come here without nothing. And like I told you, I'm lucky for that. But like you said, I mean, it's a very touchy subject, but it's definitely one that if you have a constructive argument about it, you have a very civilized and respectful conversation with people, maybe there's a solution to it.
Coming from an immigrant yourself, what would you say is the solution to it?
The solution to it, dude, I definitely do not agree with letting a shit ton of people in. I don't agree with that. But at the same time, I think that you have to fix the problems in those countries itself first. Like the governments of those countries have to take the initiative to provide the necessary things that you need in life. Food, a job. That you need to, clean water, all that stuff. And I think if you solve those things, people are not going to want to come here. I mean, not because if you think about it, you think that people want to leave their country. They don't want to leave their country. But they are forced to leave their country because those necessary things that you need in life are not there for you.
And a lot of it comes from the greed in those governments sometimes.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, for the most part, Haiti's a different situation, obviously, because they've gone through like some crazy natural disaster. They just had one this year, right?
They just had an earthquake.
So like their situation might be a little bit different from another country's situation. I don't have an answer to this question. Whoever's listening and watching, like I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I see people there, and I'm like, shit. Like these are people that kind of look like me. They come from the same background as my family does. Like I feel bad for them. I really do. And maybe some of them are escaping like, gang violence and drugs and all this stuff. They just want a better life for their family. But then I think like on more of the practical side of things is like, we can't let millions of people in, because like if you let this group of people in, then why can't you let these people in, and then these people? And then I see the videos of the people in Cuba escaping on boat. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where they find the people on a raft, and the people, like, I'm sorry, like if it was me and I saw a guy on a raft and I was in a boat, I know it's illegal to take them on your boat, but like I don't know, I couldn't just leave somebody out there.
As a human being, you just can't do that.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to like take them on. You're supposed to give them water and food, and you have to leave. I couldn't do that. Like I don't know. Like I saw a video of this guy giving a group of immigrants from Cuba like a boat, just giving them water and giving them all the food. but then they left, and they're not wrong to leave. It's just the law. If you caught with those people on your boat, you're considered smuggling. But like just that, like it's hard because like on the emotional side, we're all human beings. We all want us to strive. We see people in Haiti trying to come over here from Mexico, Mexicans, Guatemalans, Hondurans as well. You know, people from Colombia and Venezuela, like you said. And you don't know where you stand because we understand that it's hard because like our families were in the same position. But it's just something like there needs to be some consideration. I think that's a good solution though, is like fixing the problem at home so people aren't wanting to go knock on their neighbor's door, their neighbor being us. Yeah. So, but other than that, I wanted to ask you one more question on the whole immigration thing from your perspective. When you came here, what do you think was the biggest challenge growing up in the U.S.? Because you were 12 years old, so growing up here as a mixed, you know, coming from another country.
Well, you know, learning English was the first one, of course.
Yeah, you didn't learn it over there. You learned it here.
No, I did not. No, I came here. I didn't know shit, man.
Yeah, not one word.
Not one word, man. I mean, but you know, it was tough. You know, getting used to the whole school stuff. I mean, I would say that I was really amazed by the beauty of this country for sure. You know, I fucking came here into Miami, saw the big buildings. I'm like, damn, there's so many lights in here. You know, I've never seen this many lights in one place before. So, you know, that definitely was very exciting. But, you know, when you got into the, you know, going to school, for example, you know, getting bullied by kids because you don't speak English. You know, I remember I sat my, I don't know if you remember when you were in school, we used to do the writing things like once a month. I don't know what they were called. It was not the FCAT. It was like something else where they had you like write. They gave you a topic and you just had to like write a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyways, I had one of those the first week, and I literally just sat there like, dang, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
I just looked at it. I wrote my name. And that was it.
You didn't know how to write anything.
I didn't know anything. Well, you know, it was tough. You know, just school at that time. You know, the first report card that I got, F's all throughout. F.
Really?
F. You know, by my mom, you know, this was I think that the turning point in my life when I got the report card at 12 years old, and my mom sat me down and she's like, "Look, man, you gotta get your shit together." Pretty much. I shouldn't say that, but
yeah. And you didn't know any English at the time?
I mean, I was learning a little bit. I was learning a little bit, but I was just being lazy, you know.
Did they not have classes for you?
And that's the thing that it's a big problem, I think, with immigrant kids when they first come. You know, I mean, I met some kids that've been here for 5-6 years, and they don't fucking learn. They don't know English at all, man.
Yeah.
They don't know a little bit. And the thing is that sometimes us Hispanic people, we victimize ourselves a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel sorry for ourselves. We're like, oh man, I come here, like I can't do it. You know, I'm not gonna do it because I have these challenges, these barriers that are not gonna allow me to do that. So I think that's a big problem. You know, and just in life as a whole, you know, we tend to victimize ourselves too much.
Yeah, and and I'll let you continue. I just wanted to throw this in there. I think Hispanic people are some of the hardest working people, though. On the flip side of things, I do think we victimize ourselves a lot. And you know, with the whole culture nowadays, you know how it is. People our age, especially immigrants that come here, like to victimize themselves now too, because they feel like it's popular. Not a lot of them, but a lot of kids in our age group. The parents, I very rarely see it. Like every immigrant person that's immigrated here, that's in the generations above us, I have never seen anybody complain. They're the hardest working people I've ever met, and they always are very diligent about their work. All my uncles, all my aunts, all my cousins, all their friends, anyone who's immigrated here in my family are like very hardworking. Yeah. But I think that a lot of kids that are now like coming here, or maybe around your age, might pull that victim card, and they don't kind of like follow the hard work steps. Because like I see my mom struggle to come over here, I see my dad struggle to come over here, and like I take that as motivation. If I'm not like triple as successful as them, I failed. You know, it's not even being as successful as them, it's being like very, very, very past their success, because it would be a dishonor to me to not be able to say like my parents struggled to come here and I can't even match their level of success in life. That would be an embarrassment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have a good example in life. Yeah.
But like for you, for example, like you easily could say like, oh, people can discriminate me because, you know, I'm a little darker skinned than everybody else, or I come from Honduras. You know, my English is not perfect, even though it is. I'm just saying, like, using examples. Yeah. You could use that, but instead you take the other route. And it's interesting because a lot of people don't do this, and they don't do it, and it ends up making their life even harder. Like, you think playing the victim would make you, you know, make things easier for you, but in reality, it just makes things way harder, because when it comes to the point where you can't pull the victim card anymore, you don't know how to approach problems, you know?
So you think it's like our generation problem?
I think maybe not our generation, but maybe like, I think everything changed with the, like from 30 and under, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I agree with you, man. I mean, just looking at my, my parents, like you said, our parents, my grandfather, they don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's our generation problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if it started, like I said, I don't know if it started. When did you graduate?
I graduated in June, just like 3 months ago.
No, high school.
Oh, high school, 2017.
27. Okay, so I graduated 2017 too.
2017.
I don't think necessarily it's us, like our year of graduation or whatever, but maybe like kids who are born after 90s, like maybe 1995. I don't know. I can't like pinpoint the time. Yeah. But you know, people talk shit about millennials all the time. That's a generation right below us. And then I don't know. I don't know if things have gotten better. Maybe they have, but I see kids on the iPads at dinner with their family. I see kids that are like, you know, on all these type of different medications, and these, you know, the kids that are not functioning as children anymore, addicted to, you know, pornography at like 8 years old, addicted to fucking video games, way worse than we ever were. I played video games as a kid, but I was never like, you know, on it all night long. Kids that are on social media at like 5 or 6. Like, I don't see the problem getting better. I hope it does. And these things aren't bad, but like the problem is when a kid's developing and they develop like around these things. Like, for example, if a kid learns how to become a victim, his whole life he'll play the victim card. If you teach a kid how to work hard and you teach a kid that, oh, sorry, we're not going to accept your excuse, you know, nice try, but no, then the kid will grow up and eventually learn that I can't do this anymore. But if you're teaching kids in society like, hey, you know, you can get you know, it's okay. You didn't, you know, the whole argument about participation trophies. Like, we're giving everybody trophies nowadays because everyone deserves one. But in reality, that's not true. You know, people that win deserve. People that lose, not saying they're anything less, but they need to work harder, right? Mm-hmm. And we're rewarding a lot of kids, and we're giving a lot of kids access to things that are really harmful for them. And since they're kids, they're just indulging it all, and they're taking it in, and they're growing up with that. So it's like, you know,
it's like that sense of entitlement.
Entitlement, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like, you know that, you know, I deserve everything that I want. You know, I don't have to work hard for it.
Yeah,
I think that's a big mistake that I think parents are making.
Yeah,
you know, and parents, like, if you think about it, people who are parents are people our age too. You know, because there's so many people I went to high school with that already have kids. Like,
yeah, I know, bro. It's kind of scary too. I've had this conversation before about teachers. And let alone not even teachers. You're right. Like parents is the closest you can get to children. So like the same people that are immature or don't have their stuff together are having children, which are teaching children the same habits, which the children are going to teach their children. So it's like this continuous thing, and it's kind of scary because I don't want to have kids until I'm to the point where I have a home for myself. I have, you know, a lot of money saved up. Like, I want to be able to be an adult before I have a child. And the same thing goes for teachers too. Like, there's teachers our age that are teaching kids that are in middle school, and they can't tell their ass from their hand, or whatever the saying is. Like, I know, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I know a couple of people from my college that are in other colleges that are around our age that are starting to teach, and those people they don't really have a sense of responsibility. They've never really dealt with any adversity in life, and they're teaching kids that are predominantly going to be with them the entire day. And now, like, it's like the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not an insult. It's just the reality of things. But anyways, getting back to more, I guess, closer to the topic we want to talk about, and it'll kind of segue. Like, when you moved here, you were an immigrant. You didn't have a great understanding about, you know, the English language until what age did you start changing your shit around? And then obviously, bro, you're graduated with an engineering degree. That's an amazing degree to have. So like, what made things kind of like flip over?
I mean, like I was telling you that moment with my mom when I got my first report card. But she sat me down like, dude, like, you have so many opportunities ahead of you, but it's up to you to capitalize. You know, it's up to you to take advantage of it. I'm not telling you it's gonna be easy. You have to work hard for it. You know, fucking, I was just sitting there crying, man, bawling my eyes out, and I was like, damn, my mom's right. I can't keep victimizing myself. You know, from there on, I fucking started reading books, watching TV in English, you know, just, even though my English sucked, I'll go and speak to someone in English.
Really?
Just practice, and that's how it is, man. In life, you have to, you have to practice. It's if you want to master a craft, you have to practice. Going to the gym.
Yeah.
Your job. When you get a new job, you're not gonna know your job for what you're doing. But if you practice, you put in that work, you're gonna learn in a couple months. And then you're gonna be able to teach someone. So that's how it is, man. That's how it works. I mean, I've always tried to apply that to my life. Just practice everything that you get into. Perfect the craft, and you'll be fine.
100%.
Not perfect it, but
yeah. So like, it's interesting because engineering is not easy degree. Like we both know that it's probably one of the hardest degrees you can get undergrad is engineering, from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
What were you always good at math? Were you always good at science, and then you just transfer that over, or did you earn that shit too?
Well, I mean, so I went to Boynton Beach High School. They had like an aerospace program there. I mean, I went there. I was like, let me join this. Let me try it out. Whatever. They had like an old plane they were trying to fix. We never fucking fixed it, but we would like play around with the parts, replace some things like the landing gear, some bolts here and there. Play with the body. And I'm like, dang, I really like this stuff. But then, I mean, I got recruited for football, so I ended up Union. I went to Union College in New York, so they had the engineering program. And let me try it out. I mean, I always like math and stuff, but I got into it. I liked it. That's how I did it, man. Yeah.
How was playing football over there?
Oh, it was fun. I mean, I didn't play like D1 football. I played like D3, but football definitely teaches you a lot about life. Not just sports. It teaches you the importance of hard work, grit, dedication. Teamwork. So I think, and those are things that you can apply in your life. Not just in the sport. For example, you can apply hard work to your job, teamwork at your job. You at the gym. Dedication.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there are things that. I'm really thankful for Coach Behrman. He was my head coach. He definitely was like a close to a father figure. That taught me a lot of things, and that definitely, till this day, I'm applying in every aspect of my life. And it works.
Did you play all 4 years, or you play?
I played 3 years. Well, I didn't start my first year, but I played 2 years, and then COVID hit, and unfortunately, we weren't able to play my senior year.
Got you.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
I play kicker.
Kicker?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
So I know about football. I'm not like a crazy football
Neither am I.
No?
Dude, I mean, I used to play soccer.
Okay, that's how
you know how it is, a soccer player. You probably know how to kick a football, so I went out there.
I've heard that a lot of soccer players do that.
Yeah. I mean, till this day, like I'm a big soccer fan. I don't watch football like that.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you kick field goals? You kicked
I kick field goals.
Field goal. And kick off and stuff like that too?
I didn't kick off. I just did field
Who kicks
goals.
off? Someone else?
Yeah, someone else did. Yeah.
Did you punt?
No.
Just field goals.
Just field goals. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up. A lot of pressure?
Well, when it doesn't matter, no. But when it does matter, yes.
Have you ever had any points where it mattered and you fucked up?
Oh, dude, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Really?
We had this game. It was for the Delivery League Championship. I mean, it wasn't like a final, but whoever won that game would be the champion. And I mean, we were up 2 points, I believe.
2 points or 2 touchdowns?
No, 2 points, 2
points.
points. Yeah, we were up 2 points, and we run a fake punt. We hit the first down. We run down the field, and there's a 30-yard field goal, and I'm like, fuck. Like I go in there, I'm nervous. I'm like, dang, if I make this one, we up 5 points. If I miss, they get the ball back. They might score.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you.
And, I go in there and I missed, man. Like
you missed? The 30-yard field goal.
30-yard field goal. Yeah, it was a cheap shot. It was an easy field goal. But the pressure got me, man. The pressure got me.
How bad did you miss?
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. But it happens. Thankfully my coach believed in me, and he allowed me to go back in there at some point. But that's how it is, man. You're gonna fail in life.
How many kickers were you the starting kicker?
Yeah, I was a starting kicker. Yeah.
Did everyone?
My sophomore and my junior year. Yeah.
Was everybody like pissed off that you missed that?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Damn.
They fucking hated me, man.
Damn.
But the other times
did you lose the game?
No, we won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we won. Yeah, so we were chilling. Yeah. Thankfully, we didn't lose.
Yeah.
Then they would have hated me even more.
Yeah. Did you have any of those close calls where you won the game? Where you were like the reason they won?
No, we never had one of those. I mean, we were pretty nasty my junior year, so we didn't have one of those. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw the pictures on your Instagram. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I never played college sports or anything, but I remember I had something similar happen to me when I played high school. You played high school football too?
I played high school football, yeah.
Same thing kind of happened when I used to catch, and I used to like have it's something that catchers have. It's called the yips or something like that. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Wait, so you play receiver?
Huh?
You play receiver?
No, catcher, baseball.
Oh, baseball. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of the yips before. It's a
No.
it's like a sporting phenomenon where like a really easy task becomes like the hardest thing for the player to do. So like for golfing, it's like if the putt is right there, and the golfer would just completely miss every time, like they'd miss the easy putts.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with me with throwing the ball back to the pitcher.
Okay.
I don't know if you know how baseball works, right?
Yeah.
So like the pitcher would pitch, and I would have to throw the ball back, and I could throw anybody out. I could block any ball coming home, so that no one was stealing home with it. I hit great. I was a great player. I played varsity as a freshman. But whenever I would catch, I would have problems throwing it back to the pitcher, and that I'm serious. Like the easiest thing, just throwing it back to the pitcher. I would throw it over his head. I would throw it to hit the ground. It was the most embarrassing thing in the world, bro. And you know, it taught me a lot about pressure because I can't tell you, like, I would go to games, and this is the reason why I stopped playing catcher as I only play the outfield when I play varsity. For JV, I caught, and then I had my chance to play catcher, but like varsity. But every time I threw the ball back to the pitcher, I would miss. So that people would steal bases, the ball would go into the outfield. Like it was literally one out of every maybe 2 or 3 balls I would miss. And it would be so embarrassing. And it just like, you know, it was crazy shit. It happens to some players, not a lot. But like it's a mental thing, obviously. Because like you literally, I can throw it to you if you're at first base and throw it normal. But when I throw it back to the pitcher, it goes over his head. It's on the floor. And it was the most embarrassing thing. And it's not the same as your field goal story, but I'm sure it's similar. Like something so easy that you can do. And you do it in practice probably 1,000 times.
Yeah, dude, so many times. Yeah.
But then when you get into that pressure spot,
At decisive
in
moment.
your head. So when you missed that field goal, you already had it in your mind that you were going to miss, you think?
I was nervous. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just went in there. I'm like, damn, like we up 2 points.
Yeah.
It's just a mental game, man. I mean, I fucked up. Like,
yeah.
You know, the moment I stepped on the field, I fucked up. Like, you're just by having that negative mentality, and if I could go back and fix it, I could, but unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah.
So, it already happened.
I think that's a good segue for I guess the main topic of this podcast, because we've been kind of digressing, but it's been really good conversation. Has been, you know, our philosophies on, it kind of goes hand in hand, like dealing with pressure and stuff like that as a young male. Let's just take men, for example. Like what's, you know, what guided you, what built you to be the man you are today? Because as soon as I see you, I conversate with you, I know that we both have similar mentalities on life, right? Mm-hmm. What shaped you to be like that? Was it the pressure from school? Was it the, you know, now you're working full time? Like what kind of made you put those fucking big boy pants on and made you become a man?
I mean, going back to the story, I mean, you know, just seeing the many opportunities that I have here, you know, you know, you gotta take advantage of it. You know, definitely always doing the right thing. You know, when you're in a situation, you have a decision to make. You have to ask yourself, is this the right decision to make? You know, of course, we're gonna fuck up, man. Yeah. We're human beings. It's our nature. We're gonna fuck up. Mm-hmm. We're gonna make bad decisions at some point in our life, but we can minimize that by asking ourselves every time that we are in a situation like, oh, is this a good decision? How is this going to affect me? And how is this going to affect the people around me? Because you can't be selfish and just be like, oh, how, you know, just me. But, you know, of course, there's some situations that it is, you know, only what's going to affect you. But, you know, you have to ask yourself, you know, is this the right choice to make? You know, and just, I mean, that's how I try to guide my life, you know, to make the right decision and work hard, take advantage of every opportunity that you have because you might not get it back. And don't feel entitled to every opportunity you get. Yeah.
What do you think about, like, kids our age, or, like, not kids, because we're adults now. Yeah. You know, like, when I say kids, I mean, like, around our age. What do you think about us as a generation? Like, we kind of talked about it earlier, but what do you think is lacking other than the hard work, other than the distractions and stuff like that, like, and taking advantage of opportunity? That's a big one. Like, what do you think is lacking? Where do we fucking fall off? You think social media? You think, like, you know, what is it?
I think social media has definitely a big factor because, you know, there's at times that we just try to follow the crowd. Yeah. And I was a big victim of this when I went to college first, you know. Yeah. Like, you know, I went to college and I was like, damn, like, all these people doing all this stuff, partying, drinking.
You a big partier?
No, no, not anymore, man.
Okay.
My freshman and sophomore year, I was
Yeah.
though. Yeah, I mean, dude, it was crazy because first time that I was going away from home, not having my parents around to pretty much tell me what to do. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go off. I went off. But that's a big thing about getting influenced by social media and what you see, because most of the things that you see in social media are not true, man.
Yeah,
it's just pretty much staged for the most part.
Yeah.
And just I think that we try to follow the crowd most of the time. If this person goes and jump off the bridge, like some people go and do it too. Not necessarily, but you know what I mean. And I think that's a big thing in our society. So I think that the most important thing that we need to do is be ourselves, and do what makes us happy.
I agree.
And not just follow the crowd and try to be like everyone else. Because everyone is their own person, man. You got to find out what you like, what you don't like, what you agree and what you don't agree with. And when you don't agree with some people, you can go ahead and have a respectful conversation, and you might find some common ground and something that you agree with. As long as we respect each other and we have constructive conversations, I think that that's something that we lack a lot too. And that's something that I think if we did more, this world would be a better place. Definitely.
I agree, bro. Yeah, I think that a lot of times we fall into, like, not necessarily like we just, not that we do exactly, because some people do that. Some people literally just like follow what everyone else is doing, but we get influenced by other people. And that's the key word on social media, is influence. And there's like good and there's bad influence. And I'm not trying to make myself be out to be this like a great God or person. I try to put good stuff on social media. I try to influence people in a positive way, but there's also people out there that influence people in a negative way. And it's so easy to get caught up in like the negative stuff. And I've done a podcast on this with my boy Chris, like just getting caught up in stupid shit online and like things that don't really do anything for you. And you said earlier, you're like, when you're making a decision, like, is it going to do something for me or is it not? And those are even with small decisions, not just like big decisions. Like if you're going to spend, let's say 30 minutes on YouTube, and what are you going to be watching? You're going to be watching something that's going to help you out, or you're going to be watching prank videos and shit. And there's nothing wrong to relax and stuff like that. But it's something that I've recently figured out about myself too, is like, as much as I don't want to waste time, there's a lot of time I'm wasting, right? And like every opportunity, like you said, is a very important opportunity, because nowadays everybody gets opportunity. Things are quick, things are moving fast. But the big ones that we get need to be attacked right away, because if not, the guy right next to us is trying to get that.
No, I agree, man. I mean, this thing is a big distraction, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing,
phone.
It can either ruin you or it can make you.
Yeah.
And I think that, there's nothing wrong with social media. Like you said, I fucking love your page. I'm always looking at your content, like you working out, and your podcast, big fan. But, you have to find things that will give you knowledge, things that are going to advance you, going to help you get better, like you said, you can go on YouTube, you can watch a video on, I don't know, like pranks, or you can
Who's your favorite funny YouTuber? We all got one.
YouTuber,
yeah,
I like Savage Sean.
Savage Sean.
Yeah, the guy that fucking smacks strings and stuff.
I've never seen that.
It's pretty stupid, but I don't know. It makes me
laugh. I mean, bro, there's nothing wrong with having some time where we chill out and we just enjoy ourselves. But definitely. When you're watching it every day, and it's been me, like recently, it's been that's why I kind of went on this whole caffeine fast, is because I'm trying to like get down to the, I know I'm a pretty productive person. If you look on the outside, you're like, yeah, he's good. Check him off. He's a good productive person. Let's put him over here with all the productive people. But I know that I could be a lot better, because I'm the only one in my mind who knows what's going on. Yeah. Like my boss says he's doing all his work. He's good. People on the outside said, oh, he's got his business. He's going to school. He's good. But in my mind and in your mind, I'm not doing enough. Yeah, I'm not doing enough. We both know we're the only people. And I've never really owned that up until because you get compliments. If you work, it's easy nowadays to be complimented by other people. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where like no one wants to do shit. So if you do a little bit of shit, you get praised. People are like, you work hard. But like in our minds, we both, me and you, I'm just saying, because we have a good mentality on life. Like we both know when we're slacking off. And I've realized that I've been not slacking off, but I've been not at capacity. So like, I don't want to discredit myself, but I don't want to credit myself. I know I could be doing a lot more. Yeah. So that's why I'm deciding to like kind of give away my my most reliant thing, and that being caffeine. Like I sell a pre-workout through the business. I love coffee. I used to work for a coffee company.
Oh, I love coffee too, man.
Dude. So I'm cutting it out for 30 days. But anyways, getting back to what we were saying before, like, I have no idea what the fuck we were saying before. We kind of got off on it. Oh, the phone thing.
The phone, yeah. Distractions.
Yeah, the YouTuber stuff. You know how it is, bro. I'm sure there's been times where you've cut yourself a couple, maybe 30 minutes, an hour into like some dumbass shit, and you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know?
No, dude. Dude, I'm a victim of that every day. You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the important thing is being aware of it.
Yeah.
Some people are not aware of that. Some people just fucking go for hours and they can.
I know. Posting memes every single. And it's funny because I see some of my friends. They post like memes all day long on their Instagram, and it makes me laugh. But I'm like, damn, bro, you must be on Instagram a lot to like find all these memes. You know?
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So like I said, you know, the phone can either make you, it can make you, or can destroy you. I mean, it's up to you, because there's so many things. There's so many bad things out there in the web. But there's so many good things. You know, for example, I know this guy at my job that he's an engineer, but he doesn't have an engineering degree.
Wow.
But you know, he learned. You know, with my boss working next to him, you know, and I asked him, like, dude, how do you do this? Because literally, he's the guy that you go to when you need help. He's the guy that you go to. Yeah. Like when you have a question about a job, an assignment, you go to Keith. Keith, that's his name. You go to Keith, and then when they told me, like, yeah, Keith, he doesn't have an engineering degree. I'm like, dude, what? Like, he's so smart. Exactly. And I asked him, like, yeah, you know, Keith, how do you do it? And he's like, man, you know. When Dr. B hired me, like, you know, I just went on the internet, I learned on YouTube, I watched videos. He told me, like, you know, everything that you need is at the palm of your hand. Exactly. So it's up to you to, you know, either choose to be productive or just not be productive.
No, I agree. I have someone at my job similar to that. I don't think he finished his degree. I think he was going to school for graphic design, never finished, but is probably the most tremendous person when it comes to design and like just everything you could think of, like from making brochures to making videos to making like anything you see like design wise, he does it all. He does it all, yeah. And even going down to like cutting like business cards and, you know, making platinum like credit cards for client, like just stuff like you never, like woodwork and stuff. The guy is so creative. Yeah. And it comes from, he told me it comes from not only being, you know, curious about things, but it's come from me learning, you know, outside of the traditional learning environment. It's just like people that are dedicated, and I've tried to take that on myself. Is one of my new thing I want to learn is learning how to code and program. I've been teaching myself.
What do you use, like Python?
I wanted to learn Python. I'm actually I know a little bit of CSS and HTML, like basic web stuff, but I'm trying to JavaScript is what I'm trying to learn. JavaScript, yeah. Have you coded before?
Yeah, I have some experience with Python and MATLAB and all that.
MATLAB. Yeah. MATLAB's a big engineering one, right?
Yeah, big engineering one, yeah.
I was going to learn Python, but my boss, primarily with all the web apps that they're doing for the company I work for, they use JavaScript with React. I don't know if you were aware of that. I'm sure of Java, but yeah, it's like see, like I guess JavaScript nowadays has grown to the point to where, like, you know, before it was Java as the front end stuff, and then JavaScript is the front end stuff. I'm sorry, and then the back end is Java. I always confuse them. I know they're totally two different languages, but so now JavaScript has the power to, through like different, I don't even know what they're considered. I don't know if they're languages or like add-ons or whatever. Now you can use JavaScript for back-end stuff too. And a lot of the stuff we're doing with the company I work for, they use JavaScript with React and Firebase and a bunch of these different integrations of JavaScript. Mm-hmm. So they told me that if I want to get involved in that type of stuff, learn JavaScript. So that's what I'm learning.
Yeah, man, that's definitely, you know, a door to opportunity, you know, that's there for you. So, you know, it's up to you to take advantage of it. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's awesome stuff. I'm very like new to it still. And, you know, I have books that I'm reading on it, and just, you know, anything that you learn in today's day and age that you know is going to have value in the market. And when I say the market, I mean like the job market or whatever you do, it's never a waste of your time, you know?
Oh, dude, technology rules the world, man. Yeah. I mean, if you can learn how to use programs, you know, learn a new technical skill, you'll be good. Yeah. You know, everything, like I said, you know, technology rules the world. You know, every business, you know, every company it's incorporating all these programs, softwares.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it is, That's how the world's gonna operate.
Definitely.
That's how the world's already operating.
Do you use any programming languages on a day-to-day or no?
I work with mostly like engineering programs like Excel, PowerPoint. I used so we do accident reconstruction. We use like Virtual Crash. We use Autodesk, which is like a civil engineering program.
Okay.
We use a whole bunch of shit. We use a Faro 3D, which is like a laser scanning program. So we go and laser scan. Like you can put the scanner in his room and it'll scan everything here. So that's stuff like that. Yeah.
That's engineering type work.
Yeah.
See, I never really. You said you're a mechanical engineer.
Mechanical, yeah.
Yeah, I never really understood I know what engineering is. I know it's like, but I still don't understand. I don't know. What would you say engineering is?
Engineering is pretty much applying physics, math, and the sciences to. Mechanical engineering is pretty tough because it's very very broad. There's like the mechanical side, which is for example finding the forces on an object, on a system, how to build and stuff. And then there's the thermal side, like for example like turbines and air conditioners and pretty much everything that involves with heat and power. Yeah. Motors, engines. And then there's like the design part of it, like designing, for example, this table, designing a room, designing a phone, stuff like that.
Does that start to get into like architecture?
Yeah. So I think mechanical engineering, like it covers a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty broad. Like I work mostly in the mechanical side of it, with like cars and design and all that, and softwares stuff. Nice.
Yeah. Must be pretty. I'm kind of segueing right here, but like, you think it's kind of stressful, your job, like what you do?
It's stressful. I mean, every job's stressful at some point. There's situations where especially when you have like the tight deadlines that you have to meet. But the beauty is that it's a different thing every day. At least my job is a different thing every day, a different case. So I'm not bored. I'm always busy, and that's the good thing about being busy. Awesome. Because when you're busy, man, your mind's not spinning and thinking bullshit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I enjoy it. I really enjoy the job. Yeah.
I love being busy too. I love when I have a lot of things to do, and I always have a lot of things to do. But I love when I'm executing. When you're executing, and you feel like you're unstoppable. It's
rewarding, man.
Yeah, it's very rewarding.
Very rewarding. Yeah.
And it's not just for a paycheck. It could be executing something. For example, if I'm an artist, I want to draw something. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna keep it. Like just getting that done. And that's what I really found with going, finishing my degree, even though I'm have to put it on overdrive right now, but like my studying is also very rewarding, even though my grades don't reflect of it right now. Like just even knowing the information is pretty rewarding for me. For some reason, just knowing that I know more things is like really nice for me. Like it's nice to know that I know shit now. I'm not completely in the blind about what I'm learning about, and it's helping me a lot. I don't know if you're continuing. Are you going to do a master's or anything like that, or?
I'm thinking about it. Not right now though.
Yeah.
Need to work, man.
Yeah, take some time.
Got that to pay.
Yeah, I got you.
But
so like in terms of engineering, does it do you any good to get a master's or?
I think it's 2 years. Most programs are 2 years. If you want to get your PhD, it's like another 4 years.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's 2 years your master and then 2 more years for your PhD.
Oh, okay. So 4 years total.
Yeah, 4 years total.
Does that help you out at all? Isn't it?
I mean, it definitely looks nice for sure. Yeah. I mean, getting called doctor, like I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, but it's not for everyone though. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's people say like, oh, engineering and all this STEM programs and majors they're tough. Yeah, they're tough, but people are, oh, it's not for me. Dude, anyone can do it. Not everyone can do it, but anyone can do it. You just have to have the right mentality. You have to find. I think with my degree was a lot of patience. Yeah, a lot of patience because you get stuck so many times. So you have to be able to find the resources to help you out and to help yourself, and you need a lot of patience, a lot of practice. It's not just reading the book or anything like that. So it's a lot of practice, a lot of doing problems on the board and going to your professors and stuff. So it's definitely not for everyone, but anyone can do it if you have the right mentality, the patience, and put in the work.
I agree. I think that...
and I think that's for every aspect of life. That's how it is for every aspect of life, man.
I was just you took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But... in terms of people watching, anyone listening to the podcast, watching the podcast, and they're in a point in their life where they're around our age, they're just getting out of school and shit. What would be like your piece of advice for them to go after and get a job? Because I'm usually, or not get a job, but just go after it and just live life and become successful if they have no direction? I'm always the one saying shit on camera, but I want to get your perspective. Like, what do you think?
So after college, life after college?
I just graduated. I have nothing. I've never worked a day in my life. What the fuck do I do?
I think the first thing is definitely networking. Surrounding yourself with good people. People who have the not exactly the same mentality that you do, but have that same vision, those same qualities that you have. 'Cause, I mean, let's be honest, you don't want to hang out around like lazy people.
Yeah,
people who are doing bad things, and you want to be able to network and find good people in your life. Yeah. And I realized is that I had many friends in school when I was in school, but now like I don't talk to no one. Yeah. They were just acquaintances pretty much.
Exactly.
But my advice is be yourself, network, meet people that you want to have in your life, and just work hard, and everything will take care of itself. If you do those things, everything else will follow.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a good point. Like you think you have a lot of friends at some point in your life, and then you realize like you don't really have friends.
Yeah.
Like and not in a bad way. It's not like I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis. It's not to say like fuck you guys or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's to say like at the end of the day, like you had to conquer your problems on your own. Yeah. Like when shit hits the fan, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people out there in your life and mine as well that would help me out. But really, like you are the only person that can kind of attack your problems wholeheartedly by yourself. Unless you have like a really good spouse or a really good, family member that will be right there with you. But then at that degree, as a man, I would rather me be able to like overcome my difficulties on my own. And if I need your help, you can supplement and help me, but I don't want you to take my problems away, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can get different perspectives and views from a lot of people, from your parents, from your girlfriend, from your wife. Yeah. If you're a girl, your husband. But at the end of the day, you have to take the actions yourself, and you have to make decisions yourself. So it's you can get so many advices, but at the end of the day, it's you who has to take that decision.
Yeah, 100%. Before we kind of wrap up, bro, I wanted to ask you a question earlier about soccer. Is Honduras a good soccer? They have a good soccer team?
Nah,
they're trash.
No, not bad. Dude, they usually got killed by the U.S. like 4-1.
You like soccer though, right?
I like soccer. Yeah.
What do you think about Peruvian soccer team?
Peruvian soccer team, they're pretty bad too.
Yeah, you think so? Who's like the best right now?
The best right now, like in just club or just international?
International. I don't really. I know there's like Manchester and all that shit, right?
International. I mean, dude, it's always the European teams. I mean, Italy's pretty good. I think they've been undefeated for like 35 games now.
Italy's been undefeated for
35 games. So definitely
they just won the cup, right?
Yeah, they just won the Euro. Yeah, the European Cup. So they're definitely the number one team right now. So
not us Latino Americans.
Nah. Maybe like Brazil is maybe up there in Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah. I mean, you cannot compare European football.
Really?
Nah, European football is the best.
Yeah. Wow, I thought we were the best. See, I don't know.
No. The Europeans are definitely ruling the soccer world. Yeah.
When's the World Cup next year?
Well, next year, yeah.
Next year. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
You watch that shit a lot?
I mean, I watch it on the weekend. I try to stay away from television as much as I can. Mm-hmm. But tomorrow I'll probably wake up and watch a game.
Well, who plays this time of year? Just like the club teams or whatever?
I think tomorrow it's Chelsea, Manchester City play tomorrow. So that should be a good game, yeah.
Yeah. I found a lot of people that like soccer. They really like soccer.
Yeah, I mean, I love soccer. I mean, if I could, I'll sit around and watch soccer all day long. But that's not good.
Yeah, I have the same. You like boxing by chance?
Oh yeah, I love boxing. Yeah, really? I like MMA a lot. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Although I don't do it myself, but I love boxing and MMA and all that.
Who's your favorite fighter right now?
My favorite fighter right now, I like Adesanya a lot.
Adesanya?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
That's a nice, nice style. He's. I don't really watch UFC that much. I do watch his fights a lot. Like I'll watch like the big fights. I love boxing. Yeah. I'm the same way where I could watch boxing like if it's a fight I'm really interested in, I could watch it like 6 times in a row.
Canelo fights this weekend, right?
Canelo? No.
He had
you saw that video?
I saw that video. Yeah, that was funny.
That was another thing that like it's a waste of time at the end of the day. Like I was watching that video, probably I've seen it 100 times. Because I was watching him how he dodged that. I don't know if you saw him dodge that that slap. And I watched it, I don't know, maybe 40 times. This is like, what the fuck am I watching this so many times for? Nah, he fights in November. Anthony Joshua fights this weekend. I don't know if you know
No,
what that is.
no.
Yeah. I guess that was just like a pre-press conference or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I'm the same way. I mean, even at the end of the day, and like kind of going back to what we were saying earlier, like you can watch a lot of things on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, watching boxing is like a way to relax myself, and I kind of give me a pass. But then there's a certain point to where like I've watched too much of it. It's like, what is it doing for me? Nothing, you know?
Yeah, I don't know who. I don't remember who exactly. I don't know where I saw this, but there was a guy who said like, "Oh, you guys waste too much time watching these athletes and these fighters and stuff. You know, instead of doing that, you should be in the gym. You should be working. You know, working at something that you want to be good at. Because those people, you think they were when they were in your position, they were watching other people fight, or other people playing a football game or soccer game. They were putting in that work.
Exactly.
So, you know, you shouldn't be doing. You know, it is fun to watch it and all that, but at the end of the day, those athletes, they already put in the work to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And you should be doing the same. You shouldn't just be, I mean, yeah, you should watch them and learn from them, but not just overwatching and just, you know, wasting your time.
So a lot of people,
like you said,
and I do it too, bro. Like there's a couple
and we
videos.
we're all victims of that. We all do it. We all do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do it. Yeah.
There's a couple videos on, I'm sure you've seen this, you've done this too in some extent, like there's like a couple Mike Tyson highlight videos on YouTube that I've watched probably 5 times already in a row.
The Muhammad Ali ones.
All those. And then you're like, you know, am I really learning much from this right now? Like in my mind, I'm saying like, all right, I'm watching, I'm like analyzing because I like to box.
Up and all that.
Yeah, it helps a little bit, but at the end of the day, bro, we're wasting way more time than we should on that stuff. And you made a good point. Like when people are coming up, I mean, yeah, I'm sure they had people they looked up to, but they weren't all day long fucking. Like they were doing their shit, whether that be becoming an athlete or becoming a businessman or whatever they might do. But anyways, bro, this has been a great podcast. I know we got to kind of wrap it up right now, but if anyone wants to check out you, where can they find you on Instagram?
Marcos RF_08. Yeah. I don't post a lot, but
hey, bro, I had to have you on the podcast. We'll do it again for sure.
No, definitely, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Do you know if we have any mutual friends?
Mutual friends, we probably do, man.
Yeah,
we definitely probably do. Yeah.
Do you know any of the guys that like? Do you know Chris Trevino or Chris Vidal or Lawrence or any of those?
No,
guys?
But I'd love to meet them. Yeah, you know, there's definitely, you know, like I say, you know, people you want to surround yourself with for sure. You know.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I said mutual friends because maybe we could do another one with somebody else.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I'd love to have you on do this again, bro. It'd be great.
Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah, thank you. You know, like I said, you know, I'm a big fan. I really appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
You know, you're talking about things that not a lot of people are comfortable talking about. You know, it's really good. You know, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Anytime, bro. We'll definitely do it again soon. And
yes, sir.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Marco's got a lot of good things to say. A lot of fucking crazy accomplishments in life, bro. I gotta give you my round of applause, and definitely keep doing your thing too. The fact that you moved here when you were 12 years old. I have a couple friends of mine that in the same position as you.
Yeah.
And they're not anywhere. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But like the fact that you can get as far as you did and do as well as you're doing right now, bro, is a testament to your hard work and your effort. So,
I mean, all we can do is, you know, just keep trying. You know, that's all it is.
That's what's up, baby.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. For Marcos Rodriguez, I'm Oldschoolmatt. Check out the rest of our podcast on Spotify and YouTube, and check out the rest of our page. Thank you guys for another one. Buff Talk. See you guys later.
Hey guys, thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure to go check out all of our other podcasts, Buffalo Barbecues, our Buffalo Workouts, and also a slew of other things, including challenges and whatnot. So make sure to check out all of these different things. Thank you guys for watching. I am Old School Matt here, and this is Water Buffalo TM. Peace.